I lied about this being my last game of the night. We get one more two-player game with amitss1. This is immediately following our French game that I recorded previously and which should be uploaded. I'll try paying 6 for the 4 plant this time, see if amitss goes 7. And they do. Alright. Get an extra buck out of them and still get to build first. Take that turn order. Oh, this map. Okay. Okay. So the build here is clearly Chicago. No matter what your opponent does, Chicago makes you a very strong favorite for 7 cities. Most obvious central map here. There's no cities to the south of Chicago that give a direct connection to the purple region here, so. Opponent only stored 3 coal. Okay, so they made that jump. That is the correct build for my opponent in that position, for sure. Anyway, 39 came in after 13, so that is going to be gone from the game. Until step 3. 39, first plant going into the deck. Firing, yes. Firing city, alright. Opponent definitely does the correct counter to my Chicago build, for sure. And opponent puts the 5 up for bid. Well, this is an easy pass for me. I'm so obviously taking the 8 now. Because of all the cheap coal. Normally I like to stock up on both coal and oil as much as possible while building. Here, though, I really need to get... Oh my god. Need to think. Alright, calculate. 22... No matter what I'm building here, I'm definitely stocking up the full 6 coal, for sure. While it's crazy cheap for me. Have to do that. And... Oh, 20 came on. 20, 30, 32, 20. 32 goes under, okay. 20 being there is a thing. I think what I can do is not store oil. I still need to decide whether to go Knoxville or Omaha, though. I think the answer is Knoxville. Since that's just the only direct connection in green anywhere. And as per usual with the 8 in this situation, I pass, let my opponent take the 10. Which sets up, 19 coming on. So 13 will probably attract some bidding on the next turn here. Next turn, what I see happening is there's going to be bidding on the 13, and then the loser should take the 9 plant. I think that should be the plan here. 9, 1 oil for 1 city, and oil should be cheap enough to make that worth it. Like, if you run the 9 plant for even just 2 turns, it will make a profit for you. Even factoring in, like, plant plus city costs. I think I'm going to take... Actually, there's no need for me to buy coal because I'm guaranteed to go bottom next turn. Yeah. Actually, what I'll do is I'll buy the 2 oil. I'm doing this in order to create doubt in their minds. Make them think I might build. And if... Okay. Well, this is Omaha for sure. Well, now I can build and actually profit from running the 3 again. So I can do that. Question is, I think Fargo? Yeah, I think Fargo's the place to go because that gives me a direct connection to Billings. $26 comes on. Okay. That's a really big deal right there. That's awfully cheap for the 13. I gotta say. I am thankful for that. And yes, oh, and now 16 comes onto the deck. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. I'm going to make my opponent think I might build again. I miscalculated this. I could have taken Billings, but I didn't. I wanna create a threat in the East Coast in order to distract my opponent there. Also, 26 actually goes under the deck. Holy crap. That's gonna be a big deal, 26 going under. That actually makes 16 a lot stronger. Time to risk dropping them 20. Yes! Wow, I'm getting really lucky right now. I'm getting stupidly lucky. Anyway, 25 and 28 have come. And 15. And 35 coming in at the end. That's the one that's going to go under. Dude, 16 is going to be so good throughout this game. Relatively speaking. Like, compared to what the coal plants are going to become before too long, yeah. 16 is going to be really good. Also, I have no reason to build this turn. Like, ever. At all. No reason to build. Because I can't efficiently power more than what I have here. And I should not have bought extra oil. Also, going to the bottom in this auction is a big advantage for the 20. Because it'll allow me to build and stock up. So next turn I have to make sure I get Billings no matter what. Billings is a must for me. That locks up so many cities. I'm really shocked my opponent hasn't taken Billings yet. So I'm going to do it this turn one way or another. Billings is priority number 1 for me. Also, I might have overestimated I might have overestimated 16 slightly, since my opponent does have the 9. There's 29 coming into the game. Opponent not buying a plant is good for me. Yeah. The downside to this is I go a turn without using the 13, which is bad. Actually, I'll calculate. Billings and Tampa are the best cities left for me. I can stock 1 extra coal and make that build. Like, I absolutely have to get Billings or else I'm going to be so screwed on the builds. I think the best answer here will be... $45. Minus 12 is 33. 45 minus 17, 28. Okay. I can store this much coal and get exact and manage to get Billings. Like, Billings in a way is like the central city to deciding who wins the builds, I feel. That's why I opted to go into Fargo instead of Duluth, which has the cheaper connection. Because Fargo gives me the connection to Billings. Anyway, 37 goes out. 34 comes in. These planes here all suck right now. Trash restock is too slow, just 1 per turn, so 24 is not good. But amitss actually buys 24. And holy crap, there's 11. So once again, I'm paying for the 20 and actually getting justified for it, because paying a lot for the 20 with 25 showing in the futures market can be a very risky proposition. But it's working for me right now because we still have like another turn to go before 25 comes on. That's what works for me right now. I'll buy 1 coal just for safety. Let's see what the opponent does here. And the opponent opts to build above me. They built a 7, which I think is... Oh, no, I see why they're doing it. They're building to move the market. That makes sense. 34, 38, and 44. So... 44 goes under the deck next. I see what they're doing, for sure. So... The advantage of me building one more city is that with me getting to one more city, actually I can go 2 more. So I think what I want here is Seattle and Raleigh's the slightly cheaper jump compared to... Oh no, Norfolk's a slightly cheaper jump compared to Miami, I think. I'll go into one of the twins now, though. Sets me up to go for Omaha. Problem is this. This is interesting here. I'm actually not going to fire Cole at this point. This is the point of the game where now I feel like 16 is really going to earn its keep. Alright. And also... I need 28, I think, is what I need here. I want nothing to do with 25. You can get it, buddy. Question is 28 or 29, and I think the answer is 29 because lower plant number. Lower plant number for 29, and uranium's crazy cheap at this point. And it also it won't cannibalize. The quote-unquote jump that I have for Omaha here is actually bigger than the jump for Miami. So, or Miami, or actually Norfolk. Norfolk would be the one I would take, I think. Okay. Figure this out. I think I'm just going to stay efficient. I'm going to stick with my 16, 28, 13 and just kind of keep the 20 on the back burner for now, since I already have 3 coal on it. I think that's what I do here. 28 might have even been the plant to put up for bid over 25, actually. Because, again, 2-player games, efficiency just crushes. Anyway, 36, 38, 40. Wow. So all the 7 plants are in the game. Anyway, building. Because with 7 plus 1, I can get the value out of the green plant this way. So... We have been a jumpy couple players in this game, haven't we? Anyway, I definitely like my situation long-term more than my opponents in terms of plants. 25 is way better than 20, yes. But all my other plants are just absolutely crush his. And that's going to do a lot for me. Okay. I suspect opponents preparing a build into the northwest on the next turn. Now we're in a bit of an awkward spot here because I want nothing to do with 31. 31 is terrible for both of us. Like, neither of us, nobody should touch 31 now in this game. With how expensive coal is, we have a lot of time yet before the end of the game. We don't need a big capacity plant. Thing is, for me, I'm going to pass on all this. Even 29, that's normally a fantastic plant for 2-player, but I don't think it benefits me. And so, like, here with amitss, I don't think 29... I think it's going to hurt him because that's a plant that... it doesn't really help get you to 17, to get to 21. He still needs to buy 2 more plants after this to reach 21. I also will only need to buy 2 more plants to reach 21 total capacity. So he's buying extra plant compared to me. And also, this market is crazy. 34, 36, 38, 40, 11, 19, 31, 33. Oh yeah, 46 went under. 46 went under the deck. I'm not going to stock extra because it looks like amitss is preparing for a build. Judging how much extra they're stocking coal. Yep. Wow. Yeah, so that means they win the builds then. All right. They win the builds for sure. 17 and 18 both appear. Oh boy. And it's still not enough profit for me to run the 20 yet. Not at this point. I'm still making easily, I think, more money than my opponent at this point. Because 24 is not cheap for my opponent to run. They stopped running it because they realized how much more expensive they're making trash for their own plant in the future. And this is why I'm very glad to be at the bottom of the turn order. And what was the other one? Oh, 38's in the game. Okay. There's a lot for me to think about here. There's an awful lot for me to think about on this board. Thing is, I don't think this is a great plant, though. I do not want to buy a 5 plant this turn. Do not want to buy a 5 plant this turn. Here's what we can do. I think that we can do. 7 plus 4 is 11. No. I was thinking about maybe buying 36 to replace the 20, but no, that doesn't work. I don't want to force myself to have to draw a 7 plant. Let me think about this. 36 is there. What are the other plants remaining? 39, 32, 31, 31, 37... 38 is there, 50, 46, 44, 42, 40. 40 is the last plant left, which 40 is really good. I wish I could have gotten that. My opponent is not going to be very efficient at all. Need to think here. My opponent's remaining cities are more expensive than mine. Like, do I take 31? Do I really just take 31 here? That's kind of a problem. I mean, I can take 31. Or I could take 36. I could actually take 36 even. I could do 36, and then next turn I can just take a cheap 5 plant. I might just take 44 now, though. It'll work out better for me compared to... Yeah, I think this is the play. Think this is the play. Go for 44 now, then 36 on the next turn. Because 44 will make me the most money right now. I think I'll go for this. And make sure to store 3 extra coal and not fire the 20 this turn. Learning my lesson from the last game. Yeah. My opponent's just in a really rough spot when it comes to efficiency here. 29 is their only, like, decently efficient plant at this point, so... Yeah. They can't have very much money, that's for damn sure. So I need to get to 12 cities in order to get the most money out of this thing. Yeah. So that's the move. Funkdoc is purple. And yep, opponent does the right thing and stays below me. $39. In amitss' situation, see, if I put 39 up for bid, I feel like I kind of have to do this. Yeah? Because I feel like I might be giving him too much of an advantage if I just let them have 39 at list price here. Actually, you know what? I might just pass on plants this turn. I'm half tempted just to pass. I think I'll do that. I'm going to guess that amitss is not doing well on money. I'm going to assume that they're doing worse on money than I am, and therefore they shouldn't be buying a plant this turn. If they do buy anything, it would be just to replace the 24. And 34 would actually make more sense for them than 39 for that, I think. Well, maybe not, because you can power more with... Yeah, 39 would still work out better, probably. Especially since they would still have the turn order tiebreaker over me. They go for 34. Okay. Yep, they should buy 2 nuke. And yeah, 16 really has been kind of a champ this game, I gotta say. I'm happy with the 16. Alright. My thinking is the game will end in 2 turns. So if my opponent knows what they're doing, they're not going to buy another uranium on the next turn. That's my thought here. This is interesting. We'll definitely build to 15. But stable ohm in the turn order. I'm definitely happy with my 44 choice because we're getting 3 turns out of that plant. And now is when I take my 36. And end the game. We'll have to see how this goes in terms of money. My opponent's 24 buy went really badly for them, so... Alright, 1 coal in each of those. 1 nuke, so I was definitely correct not to buy extra uranium. It's now $1 cheaper for me on this turn compared to if I had bought it on the previous turn. And this is it. I think amitss probably wins this, though, somehow. I don't know how that was possible, because I definitely went with the more efficient route for plants compared to them. That's for sure. Alright. They do have more expensive cities than me, though. That's my saving grace at the moment. But yeah, not much room left for me to end the game, so I think I probably lose this one, is my guess. I don't know how, though, because their plants have not been efficient. Their plants have not been efficient. Wait, never mind. I win. Okay, I win by $9, so not by that much, but I do win. All right. So my opponents somehow managed to get back in the game decently at the end. I think they would have won if they didn't buy 24. 24 was really bad. Or I guess I should say buying 24 when they did was a mistake, but then after buying 24, buying 29 was I still think that had to have been a mistake. Because what won me this game was buying fewer plants than my opponent. Being more efficient in the early and mid game compared to my opponent, and then like focusing on, you know, getting 13 as cheap as I did, and then 28, which was fantastic. And then just buying fewer plants overall. So that's what closed it out for me. Anyway, yeah. So this game is, makes a pretty solid example of how to win with the 20. Even paying like 30 for the 20, I still managed to win this. That's not common in 2-player. So yeah, 20 is the most difficult plant to manage, and I managed to pull it off here. By a very slim margin, but I did. So good game to amitss, and I'm sure I'll be seeing you all around soon. Have a good night, for real this time.